Hi everyone, my name is Mike Faulkner. I'm a poet based in Las Vegas, and today we're going to be reviewing Barrier Island Suite, poems inspired by the life and art of Walter Inglis Anderson by Kendall Dunkelberg. This is a book of poems about a super specific thing. It's obviously a series of illustrations by Mr. Anderson, and some of these are included in with the book, and there's a great annotation section at the back, and all of them are to do with basically the Mississippi, I guess, and the landscape and the wildlife that are in there, but really kind of this reverting back to the landscape. And there's a really interesting meta quality to some of these poems where the actual artist becomes a feature of the poem. And that becomes kind of interesting from that perspective. So fantastic use of language, not for everyone, not the most accessible book, I don't think, but certainly kind of an interesting book. And certainly this melding of art forms and this meta quality to it make it a really interesting read. That's for certainly sure. I'm going to read you one of the poems. This is called Undulant Fever. Weeks after the trek through the bayou hunting wild irises, the fever comes on the slow legs of the sea turtle. With a dank odor of sludge from a submerged sandbar, cold sweats, winter nights when spring should turn to summer. The seasons are all a jumble. Ice gives way to the fires of the summer, bronze skin, or a fever blush with chills. Lethargy vacillates into a maniac dance, Mississippi kites flashing their tails in a warm, stiff breeze. Diving into the bay, Walter becomes a crab, waving a claw to the bushels on shore, scuttling along the bottom feeders, swimming for miles to be retrieved, nearly catatonic from the cold. The fire and the sun, or the wild iris and bloom scattered by a storm, washed away to be discovered years later. Iris bulbs and turtle eggs buried in the same clumps of dune grass that shelter the nests of shore birds. No such rest for Walter, caught in the throes of this fire, one moment burning with life and passion, the next cold, impotent, longing to drown in the waves or leap from a bridge, to swim, to fly, to die.